I got digital dash, can't ride with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull off the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. EP high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
Real quick, every like on this video will go to the frequency of you getting an ankle breaker. So leave a like, it's that simple. Are you tired of grinding my career? If you want to save time on grinding your badges and overall, make sure to hit up Hero Grinders on Instagram or Twitter for the fastest and safest way to get your badges maxed out. The links will be in the description below. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back in with yet another video. Today, I got y'all with the first video of Banker Week. So yeah, this is how we're gonna start off Banker Week with the best ISO builds on current gen. Yeah, I haven't really done too many rankings videos on current gen. I got a lot of rankings videos coming during Banker Week. I got some gameplay videos coming during Banker Week. I got a lot of different stuff coming during Banker Week. So if you're ready for that, all you gotta do is spam that like button. Yeah, but for today, to start it off, we're gonna be having the best ISO builds. I went into 2K, pretty much tried to make the best build for every single pie chart. And if it didn't seem like it was gonna be good enough to be an ISO build, I just didn't even put it on the list. So yeah, I got y'all with 10 builds. Pretty much, one is an honorable mention because it's kind of using the same pie chart twice. It's not saying that it's worse than some of the builds on the list because it's one of the best ISO builds in the game, so I had to put it on the list. I just put it as an honorable mention because when it came to the top 9, pretty much, they all were different pie charts. I felt like it wasn't fair that that had the same pie chart as one of the best ones in the game. So yeah, pretty much it's gonna be 10 builds on this list, going over them all. So yeah, if you haven't already left a like and want more videos like this, all you gotta do is leave a like. Simple as that. Subscribe if you're new. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, so first things first is going to be the honorable mentions. Only going to be one honorable mention on this entire list. So, when it comes to this build, this is the floor spacing slasher build. This is the best floor spacing slasher build in the game. I'm using the metric system on all these builds. Also, if you guys rather me use the Imperial system or you don't care if I use the metric system, put that in the comments down below. That is going to really be big on determining how I do these rankings videos. It's that simple. So yeah, how are we going to be making it? You're going to be going at the point guard position. If you go point guard position, you're going to be able to get badges like Floor General and Diamond if you want to be able to have it. Me personally, I'm probably going to just go with the regular badges with Ankle Breaker because this build is not going to get Hall of Fame playmaking. If you don't go this build at point guard, you're not going to be able to get Floor General and Diamond. So that's another thing you need to know. But yeah, when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the finishing, but you're going to also get a little bit of shooting, but you're only going to get finishing Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physical, you're going to go speed pie chart so you can be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the attributes and badges, you're going to have 16 finishing, 20 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 5 defensive rebound badges. And yeah, when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, body type, and all that type of stuff. When it comes to the height, you're going to go with 1.96 on the height. Then when it comes to the weight, that is pretty much up to you, but I pretty much went as close to minimum as possible, but it ended up at 81 kilograms. Then when it comes to the wingspan, we're going to end up with 202 centimeters on the wingspan. This is going to allow us to be able to get contact dunks at 99. You're only going to be able to get the pro, and you're going to have an 83 pointer off rip that can get to an 84. You're not going to be able to have an 86 ball handle at 99, but you are going to have that 80 ball handle that you want to have on this build off rip. So yeah, that's going to make this build really well rounded. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you're going to get slasher, sharp, playmaker, and shot creator. So if you want to go slasher, you can. If you want to go sharp, you can. I'm gonna probably go sharp takeover on this build every single time. It just makes it that much overpowered. And why is this one of the best ISO builds in the game? Because you're gonna be able to speed boost on this build. You're going to be able to shoot on this build at actually a high rate. And when it comes to finishing, you're gonna be able to finish at a really high rate. This is arguably the best for this pie chart, but you all know what I'm gonna have ahead of this build. So yeah, that's going to be the build that comes out under mention. Now, like I said in the intro, there's a lot of builds on this list. I think this is better than. Only reason it's at the honorable mention is because it's using the same pie chart. Pretty much when it comes to these rankings videos, I try not to have the same pie chart build multiple times on the list. If I'm gonna do that, they're most likely gonna be in the honorable mentions, and I'm gonna be ranking all the other ones based off pie charts and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into the list. All right, so pretty much this is the build that's gonna be coming in at last place, and this is going to be like the pure sharp build. Good. Now, why can you actually be able to ISO on this build? Because this build is going to be able to speed boost. So the fact that it's going to be able to speed boost, and it's going to have one of the highest 3-pointers in the game, and when it came to defense, I've tried to put that all up, and I also have a max driving layup and driving dunk. You could actually say that this build is actually underrated. So how you make it? Gonna go pretty much point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with the green pie chart. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the height, I tried to make sure I could be as fast as possible while not losing too much. So I ended up going with 1.92 on the meters. Then when it comes to the weight, I ended up going 77 kilograms on the weight. So yeah, that's pretty much minimum. Then when it comes to the wingspan, I tried to make sure I had perfect wingspan so that I could still gain some on my defense and drive and dunk while not losing anything on my 3-point mid-range or ball handle, because I have an 76 ball handle for a reason. That's going to go up +4 at 99. That's going to be able to get to an 80 to get the pro jump moves. That's going to make this build very overpowered. When it comes to hitting 99, you're going to get +4 to everything you see on the screen. You get gym rat badge. Everything on this for the physicals can go up another +4. So that's +8. So you can get this build to a 91 speed. That's going to be 91 on top of 80 ball handle. That's going to be really close to be able to speed boost off rip. Now, if you get a little bit of smidge of takeover, you're going to be able to speed boost, do momentums and stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to make this build really, 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 really good. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you're going to be able to go with shot creator or sharp. You want to be able to have that +10 to ball handle, and because you're going to have a 99 3-pointer at 99 either way. Go with shot creator takeover, but me personally, I'm gonna go with sharp takeover every single time. It's just really overpowered, and yeah, it's gonna make it that much easier to shoot. And the build comes out as a sharp shooting facilitator, similar to shades of Stephen Curry, Kirk Hinrich, and Derrick Rose. All right, next. Now, this is one of the better builds, like overall on the list. But when it comes into terms of ISO, it's just not as good as a lot of builds higher, because when it comes to the ball handle, it's just a lot lower. That's the only reason why the last build was low, because you're so much slower than every build on this list. So when it comes to ISO, you want to be as fast as possible. You want to be able to have Hall of Fame playmaking, you want to be able to shoot, and you want to get content out. So whatever build is going to be able to do that at the highest rate, that is what's going to be higher on the list. It's literally that simple. So when it comes to how you make this build, you're going to be at the shooting guard position. You're not going to be at the point guard, you're going to be at the shooting guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with shooting and defensive. That's going to get you shooting and defensive Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to have 2 finishing, 19 shooting, 9 playmaking with 20 defensive badges. Then when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, height is going to be 1.96. Weight is going to be 80 kilograms. And then when it comes to the wingspan, you're going to be at 200 centimeters. That's going to be allowing you to get your 3-pointer up, your ball handle up to a 76, so that at 99, you can have an 80 ball handle and get the pro jump moves while also still having really good defensive stats. And then when it comes to the takeover that you actually have the options of going with, this build is going to actually have the option of going with slasher takeover. If you want to be able to have contact dunks in this build, you can have that. That's also going to make this build a lot better at ISO, because you're going to get +10 to speed ball, +10 to ball handle, +10 to a lot of different things on this build that will make it a lot easier to ISO with, make it a lot easier to dribble with and stuff like that, especially at 99. But I did go sharp takeover. But if we're talking about for us ISO standpoint, slasher is the best takeover to go with for this build. And yeah, the build comes out as a 2-way sharpshooter build. So yeah, that's going to be the build that comes in at the number 8 spot on this list. So yeah, number 8 spot on the list. All right, next, coming in at number 7. In my opinion, this is probably gonna be the one that's the most controversial. I feel like this is a very, very one of the most underrated builds on the list. when it comes to like how many people use pure playmakers this year, I feel like they're really underrated. Now, like I said, when it comes to this, it depends on how fast you are, if you get Hall of Fame playmaking, if you can shoot on your build, and if you get contact dunks. This build does not get contact dunks. It doesn't have the best shooting. It's not bad, but it doesn't have the best shooting. And when it comes to the playmaking, you get 30 playmaking badges, and you get Hall of Fame, and you're gonna have extremely high ball handle and speed with ball, and you're gonna be extremely fast. The real thing that's holding it back is really the shooting and the fact that you don't get contact dunks. Really the only thing that's holding it back. But when it comes to how fast it is, it's definitely one of the fastest builds on the list. It's just, I don't really see the point in making it when it comes to certain builds that's going to be higher on the list, which makes this build underrated, which is what makes this build underrated. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, how do you make it? You're going to go with the pure playmaker. You can go point guard, shooting guard, but video purposes, I did go shooting guard. Then when it comes to a lot of different things like the physical pie chart, you can go with the speed. You can go with the speed vertical. Video purposes, I did go with the speed pie chart though. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to have 4 finishing, 16 shooting, 30 playmaking, and 7 defensive rebound badges. Then when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, you're going to have 1.98 is probably the best height for this build. You can go a lot taller with this build too also, so that's another thing that's gonna go into factor. Then when it comes to the weight, 83 kilograms, that's gonna be allowing you to be stupid fast with this build, especially when it comes to speed with ball and stuff like that. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you got to get the perfect wingspan. I did end up going with 202 centimeters. That's going to be allowing my three-pointer to get to an 80 at 99. I'm going to have a 95 ball handle at 99. And yeah, you see a lot of different things is going down. But when it comes to the driving nut, that's going to get above a 70. So yeah. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you actually can get playmaker, shot creator, and slashing out. Like I said, with the other one, if you want to be better, you know what I'm saying, in terms of ISOing, I would go slasher. But when it comes to fun, I did go with playmaker. That's going to help my teammates hit their shots more. And it's going to be able to allow me to take angles. And it's a pure playmaker build, so why not go with the playmaker takeover? But slasher is going to give you pretty much everything that playmaker is going to give you. But it's also going to get you contact dunks. It's not going to get you ankle breakers as much, but it's going to get you contact dunks. And with the ankle breaker badge being as overpowered as it is, you're going to get it Hall of Fame easily because you get 30 badge upgrades. So going slasher takeover might not even be that hard of a decision at all for anybody making this build. But yeah, that is going to be the build, and it comes out as a slashing playmaker. This is not the only slashing playmaker build on the list, but yeah, it does come in at the number 7 spot on the list. All right, coming in at the number 6 spot on the list, this is one of the best shooting and dribbling builds on the list. Now, the one thing that makes it underrated is because it doesn't get playmaking Hall of Fame, so people make the other version of this build. But yeah, it's the playmaking shot creator. It's not the best playmaking shot creator that's going to be on the list, but yeah, coming at number 6 is going to be the playmaking shot creator. So how do you make it? You're going to go with the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the shooting and playmaking pie chart, but you're only going to get shooting Hall of Fame badges. Then when it comes to the physical pie chart, you're going to go with the speed pie chart so you can be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to have 1 finishing, 24 shooting, 18 playmaking, and 8 defensive rebound badges. So you're still going to get a lot of playmaking. You're just going to get way more shooting, and pretty much the defense is pretty much going to be maxing out everything, but you're not going to have a max offensive rebound. But you're still going to have a high driving layup and driving dunk for your said build. You're going to have a higher driving dunk on this build also than you would on a play shot. So that's another thing. But yeah, then when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan. So for the height, we're going to go 1.96. I'm pretty sure that's like 6'5". Then when it comes to the weight, that's at 80 kilograms. Then when it comes to the wingspan, we're pretty much going to try to make it be perfect. So we pretty much ended up going either pretty much max or, yeah, 196 centimeters either way. And yeah, that's going to make our build have a 92 three-pointer, a 94 mid-range, an 82 ball handle, which is really important because we're trying to get to that as close as possible to that 87 ball handle off rip at 99. So but yeah, we're gonna have an 86 ball handle off rip. I'm pretty sure you have to have an 87 now. It used to be 86. I'm on every other 2K. I'm pretty sure on 21 it's 87 though. And yeah, you see the driving dunk, that's a 65. Speed is 87. You can get that +8. That's going to go all the way up to a 95. So yeah, it's going to be really well-rounded and underrated. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you get playmaker, sharp, and shot creator. This might be a perfect build to go with playmaker takeover, but I did go with the sharp takeover, and the build comes out as a playmaking shot creator similar to shades of Stephen Curry, Malcolm Brogdon, and Steve Francis. All right, next. Now we're into the top 5. Now I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make the real playmaking shot creator build. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to make it. So you're going to go with whatever position you want to go with. Usually for video purposes, I do go shooting guard, but you can also go with the point guard. I just made my version. I made it at point guard, but it is better at the shooting guard in my opinion. Then when it comes to pretty much the pie chart, you already know what pie chart we're going to go with. The shooting and playmaking, you're going to get both of those Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to have 1 finishing, 22 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 10 defensive rebound badges. Really well rounded, really just that simple. Then when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, instead of going 1.96, this time we're gonna go 1.95. You can also go shorter on that if you want to be able to have 86 off rip, but yeah, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the weight, you're gonna go 80 kilograms. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you want to make sure you get that joint perfectly. So I did go minimum wingspan, so I can have a 91 3-pointer that's going to get to a 95 at 99, 86 ball handle that's going to get to a 90 at 99, and a 76 steal that's going to get to an 80 at 99. Now, the only thing I don't really like about this build in comparison to all the other builds is the finishing is so bad. And the past 2 builds pretty much more for screens, but you can ISO with them. A lot of people don't do it because the finishing is not nearly as good as you probably would want it. But when it comes to this game, shooting is very, very important. So these are some of the best shooting builds that's going to be the ISO. But in terms of like how easy it is to like finish at the rim, that's what makes these 2 builds rank a lot lower than you probably would think. All right, next, coming in at number 4, this is actually going to be probably the biggest surprise on the list. Coming in at number 4 is the 2-way slashing playmaker.
Shraggy?
I've been pretty much testing out shooting on my slashing playmaker lately, and I don't know what it is. I've started to get hot zones, and it's actually a lot easier to shoot on my build than I actually thought. So, with that being said, this build does have a little bit lower of a 3-point rating, but yeah, this is definitely one of the best ISO builds in the game. This is going to be a build that's going to get Hall of Fame playmaking and Hall of Fame defenses. So there, let's go ahead and show you guys how to make it. So pretty much you're going to go with the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the playmaking and defensive pie chart. So yeah, this is pretty much literally the 2-way slashing playmaker from last year. Then when it comes to the physicals, I ended up going with speed and vertical. You can go with speed pie chart, but if you go speed and vertical, it's going to be really, really close to getting all 3 of those to 99. And that's really overpowered. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to get 8 finishing, 9 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 20 defensive badges. Then when it comes to things like the height, weight, and the wingspan. So for the height, I pretty much went 1.96. That's pretty much like the best height for like a slasher build. Then when it comes to the weight, try to lower that as much as possible so I can get my speed as high as possible. So a 92 speed, a 91 speed, that is going to be really, really good for a build like this, because at 99, you're going to get +4. You're going to get Gym Rat. That's going to be able to get my speed and acceleration both to 99. And vertical is going to be really close to a 99, but not quite. Then when it comes to the wingspan is where we're going to be pretty much getting our build as close as possible to a 73-pointer, while also having an 86 plus ball handle at 99, while also trying to get contact dunks with good defensive stats. So this build is actually going to be able to get contact dunks. You're not going to be able to have the 73-pointer at 99 though, because you're only going to be able to get to a 65. So that's only going to get you to a 69, but my build at 98 has a 69. That's what I'm at right now, and I've been able to shoot really consistent with that, and your ball handle is going to go up to an 88. So this is actually a very, very underrated build. Now, I also tried to make it a certain way so that you can get a higher 3-pointer, but I really don't see the point in that, because it's still going to be a really low 3-pointer. You're just not going to be able to get contact dunks. So I'd rather be able to have a 69 3-pointer at 99 and get contact dunks at 99 and have an 88 ball handle with still really decent defensive stats, like a 90 perimeter defense, 90 lateral quickness, 96 steal, you know what I'm saying, like 80 defensive rebound. It just makes more sense for me. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you actually have pretty decent takeover choices: shot creator, playmaker, slasher, and lie down. I can see a lot of people going with shot creator on this build, but me personally, I'm gonna go with the slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a two-way slashing playmaker. But yeah, that is going to be the build that comes at the number 4 spot on this list. All right, so this might be another big surprise because this one is so low. Y'all probably think that my main build would be higher than number 3, but it's going to come in at number 3. The build coming in at number 3 is the slashing playmaker. Let's show you guys how to make it. So pretty much video purposes, I went point guard. When I made my personal version, I did go shooting guard. So yeah. Then when it comes to the pie chart, I ended up going with playmaking and finishing. That's going to get you playmaking and finishing Hall of Fame badges. Very, very good. Then when it comes to the playmaking, or not the playmaking, but the physical pie charts, you can go with speed, acceleration, or just like the other one, go speed and vertical. So that is really up to you. I did, for video purposes, go speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to have 19 finishing, 10 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 7 defensive rebound badges. Why do I think this build is better? You're going to get finishing Hall of Fame. You're going to get not shooting Hall of Fame, but playmaking Hall of Fame. Why do I think that's better? I told y'all, playmaking, shooting at a high rate, and contact dunk. This build, we're not really trying to like focus on defense. It's really strictly for an ISO build. So in my opinion, this is going to be able to get contact dunks a lot easier because you're going to even get more contact dunks than the last one. You're going to have an even higher three-pointer than the last one. You're going to even have a higher ball handle than the last one. The only thing that makes the other build, like the only thing that's better on the other build really is the defense. That's literally the only thing. So yeah, and that's not what we're really worried about on this build video. So yeah, when it comes to the height, you're going to go with 1.97 on the height. Then when it comes to the weight, you want to lower that all the way down to 80 kilograms. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you want to get this joint perfect. I tried to tweak it to a point, so I almost went with the 69 three-pointer, 81 driving dunk with an 87 ball handle, but that was going to lower my defense a lot, and having a short wingspan is really not the way, but that is going to be able to allow you to get contact dunks at 99, also having a 70-plus three-pointer. So if you want to do that, that's actually going to be really good for ISO. You know what I'm saying? If you're really not worried about defense. But me personally, for video purposes, I did end up going with 213 centimeters. That's going to get me to a 73 pointer at 99. I'm going to have the contact dunks off rip, and I'm going to have an 86 ball handle off rip while having a 79 steal. Now, my version that I personally made, I had an 81 steal off rip, and I could have a lot of different things because I made it at a different position. So if you want to do that, you can do that. Just gonna say that for video purposes. And when it comes to the takeovers, you can go with slasher, playmaker, or shot creator. It's really up to you. I would go slasher, and the build comes out as a slashing playmaker. Really, really overpowered. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most overpowered build on the list when it comes to slashing, for sure. But yeah, it still comes in at number 3 spot on the list. And alright, coming in at number 2, this is one of the most dominant, overpowered scoring builds in the game. So let's go ahead and show y'all boys how to make it. So when it comes to this build, this is the scoring machine build. Let's show you guys how to make it. This is literally the build that has the most badges on this entire video. So we're going to be going at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, we're going to go with the shooting and finishing pie chart. But this is the build that's going to get you shooting Hall of Fame badges only. Then when it comes to the speed pie chart, or a physical pie chart, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to have 21 finishing, 27 shooting, and 16 playmaking. Now, when it comes to the defense, you're only going to have 1, but it's going to be workable because you're going to have a max lateral quickness so you can be able to guard ball, and you're going to have perimeter defense max so you can get good shot contests and stuff like that. So yeah, you're still going to be really capable on defense. You're just not going to be able to get rebounds, get blocks, or steals. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be fine. But when it comes to the stats, I'm not going to go in stats on no other builds, but this one is just so wild, so I got to go for it. So you're going to have a max close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and post hook. So if you want to go into the post, you can. Then when it comes to the shooting, you're going to have a max mid-range free throw, post fade, then an 83 mid-range, then a max pass accuracy, ball handle, and post moves up to a 53. Very, very overpowered when it comes to the offensive capabilities of this build. Then when it comes to the height, I ended up going with 1.93 meters. That's going to allow me to get to 81 ball handle off rip. For the height, we can still change that with the wingspan, so stay tuned. Then when it comes to weight, we're going to go with 80 kilograms. It's going to get me to an 88 speed and an 85 acceleration. That's going to be able to get up +8 with 99 in gym rat badge, so that can get up to a 96. Very, very overpowered. Yeah, if you're wondering, this build can get to an 8 above an 86 speed ball at 99. So So yeah, very, very good. Then when it comes to things like the wingspan, that's going to be pretty much almost minimum, but not all the way minimum. Now we did go 193 centimeters because that's going to get us to an 82 ball handle. That's going to be really big to get us to an 86 ball handle off rip at 99. We're going to have a 91 three-pointer at 99. We're going to have a 90 mid-range at 99. We're going to have a 95 free throw and a 99 post fade at 99, while still having a 76 driving dunk, 88 layup, a 90. Bro, like, this build has crazy stats at 99 when it comes to offensive capabilities. You're gonna be able to do everything. Then when it comes to the takeovers, if you really want to be crazy and go crazy with this build, get contact dunks. And when I say you're gonna get contact dunks, you're gonna get contact dunks. Out of all the builds that don't get the contact dunk packages, this build gets the most, hands down, because you're gonna get 21 finishing badges and you don't even get Hall of Fame. So that's a lot of badges you're gonna be to put on. So yeah, if you want to go with slasher takeover on this build, this is probably the best build to go slasher takeover on that doesn't get contact dunks. I cannot say that anymore, and I still would choose sharp takeover. It's just so overpowered for this build. But yeah, if we're talking about ISO builds, slasher takeover is the best takeover to go with for this build. But when it comes to the best, to make the best overall build, I would go with sharp takeover. It's just that simple. And yeah, the build comes out as a scoring machine. You even have probably the best name on this entire video, or if not one of the best names. And yeah, the build comes out as a scoring machine. So yeah, that's the build that comes in at number 2. So y'all probably like, if there's a build that can do all that and get that many badges, what could possibly come in at number 1? So yeah, the build coming in at number 1 is a build that's pretty much similar to the Inside Out Playmaker, the offensive threat from last year. Builds that can speed boost, shoot at a crazy rate, and get contact dunks.
What the
This is the build that comes in at number 1, the slasher build. Pretty much similar to the honorable mention. Pretty much, in my opinion, this is the better version. The other version had 20. You would have a lot higher shooting, but when it comes to the all-around aspect of this build, it's just ridiculous and overpowered. So yeah, we're gonna go with the point guard position. When it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with finishing and shooting, and you're only gonna get finishing Hall of Fame. But that's not an issue. Still gonna get a lot of shooting badges, especially for a build that doesn't get Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna have 17 finishing, 16 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 6 defensive rebounds. That's 17 is gonna be really, really good, but 16 shooting, you're not gonna get Hall of Fame badges, so that's a lot more than you think. That's gonna be at least 5 gold badges with 1 left over. For the playmaking, you can get at least 5 gold badges. And then you can get at least 2 gold on the defense. Then when it comes to these things like the height, weight, and wingspan, you want to get that height perfectly. So I ended up going with 1.92. So I can have an 82 ball handle off it because I know I'm going to go up in wingspan on this build. Then when it comes to the weight, I'm going to go with pretty much 79 kilograms. That's going to be giving me to an 88 speed and an 87 acceleration. That can go up +8 at 99. I want you to understand that it's going to be really big. If you get that +4, that's going to be from 99, and you're going to get another +4 from Gym Rat badge. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're going to go with 208 centimeters, and that's going to still have you at 82 ball handle, but you're still going to be gaining stuff like steal, lateral quickness, perimeter defense, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, driving dunk, standing dunk, and close shot, while still having a 77 three-pointer and a 79 mid-range. So you're going to be able to have an 81 three-pointer at 99, and yeah, that's going to be very, very good. And yeah, you're going to have an 86 ball handle at 99. That is very, very good. And an 85 driving dunk, and that's going to be all the contact dunk packages. So yeah, that's very, very good. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're going to have the options of slasher, shot creator, playmaker, and sharp. We're going to go with sharp takeover on this build because the really only hole on this build is shooting. So having sharp take, the only takeover that can get you +10 to three-pointer, is really literally the best all-around takeover for this build. It's just that simple. So yeah, we're gonna go with sharp takeover, and the build comes out as a slasher. A build named slasher with sharp takeover. Is it really hard to understand how this is the best ISO build in the game? You know what I'm saying? You can speed boost on this build, get contact dunks, get sharp takeover in this build, and shoot. So yeah, it's definitely the most all-around ISO build in the game. So yeah, that is going to be the 10 best ISO builds in the game. I gave y'all one honorable mention. Then I really ranked 1 through 9, giving you guys all different pie charts and giving you guys pretty much the best build at every single pie chart for ISO. So yeah, man, for that alone, if you haven't already left a like on this video, what are you doing? But if you want more videos like this, all you gotta do is spam that like button. That's the best way to show support. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 100K. I'm gonna be doing another stream tomorrow. Yesterday I did a really good stream. It was pretty much my best stream. I had over 600 people in the chat. So if you wasn't at that stream, what are you doing? It's just that simple. We're going to have a lit stream tomorrow. I'm going to be playing with subs. I don't care if you're a 60 overall, 99 overall, legend, or rookie. I'm playing with all subs. That's the whole point. So everybody that's in this video that want to play with me, just come to the stream tomorrow. It's just that simple. But yeah, that is going to be the best ISO builds. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notification, be the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm about to be mad.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Now, 2K. I could've let this slide. But these I can't let slide.